A big twist that's making waves in both Washington and New Delhi. India has decided to put the brakes on massive $3.6 billion defense deal with the United States aviation giant Boeing. Let me tell you, the deal was for more P-8I surveillance aircraft. These are very powerful eyes in the skies used by the Indian Navy to keep watch over the Indian Ocean. So the question is, why sudden pause? Let me help you with this. Well, it all began when the United States President, Mr. Donald Trump, slapped a massive tariff on Indian exports. That's right. The tariffs that India was sending to the US was more suddenly, and it became more expensive and less competitive for them. And now India is sending a very strong signal back. If you're going to hurt our economy, we'll rethink how much we spend on your weapons. Well, according to sources in the Indian Defense Ministry, the decision isn't just about tariffs. It is also about India's growing focus on strategic autonomy, which means that the country wants to make its own decisions without being too much dependent on foreign nations, specifically when it comes to national security. India has already been shifting gears towards building more weapons and defense tech at home, and that too under the Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is Self-Reliant India initiative. Indigenous options are being explored more, and that too very seriously. And with this particular deal on hold, it's kind of clear sign that India is willing to look inwards rather than always writing big checks to the global arm makers. So the pricing of Boeing deal raised eyebrows in New Delhi. With global inflation and strengthening dollar, the cost of American defense equipment has gone up, and that too very sharply. Indian officials are now questioning, are we really getting the best bang for our bucks? Well, this isn't the very first time when India and the US have faced tensions in the defense space. Earlier to remember, CAATSA sanction loomed when India bought Russian S-400 missiles. But this time, my friend, let me tell you, it's different. This time, economic pressure from Washington is directly hurting defense ties, and that's a red flag. So, what is going to happen next? Will the deal be cancelled completely, or is this a pressure tactic from India to force better terms? Either way, one thing is clear, that India is no longer afraid to walk away from the table, even if it's a table full of billion-dollar American weapons. Stay tuned, because this story could actually reshape the future of US-India defense ties.